It costs about 1,500 crore rupees every single year to run the Indian parliament. That money comes directly from the public. But if you watch the broadcasts, the politicians occupying those seats rarely discuss the public. They spend that taxpayer money trading partisan insults and arguing over decades-old grudges. Meanwhile, the people funding that room are stuck dealing with real problems. They navigate broken city infrastructure, they absorb hidden taxes, and pay arbitrary penalties to banks. No one on the national stage seems to notice the slow, daily financial drain on the middle class, until one junior MP stepped up to the microphone. Raghav Chadha walked into the Rajya Sabha and immediately discarded the usual political theater. Instead of screaming about rival parties, he started auditing everyday consumer grievances. He asked why telecommunication companies force your unused 1.5 gigabytes of daily mobile data to arbitrarily expire at midnight. He demanded to know why 10-minute delivery apps are legally allowed to incentivize drivers to risk fatal traffic accidents just to maintain their app ratings. These highly specific, hyper-relatable questions struck a nerve. Millions of young voters began sharing his speeches online, turning him into a viral sensation. But succeeding on his own terms created a visible friction with his party's traditional leadership that would eventually force a confrontation. Chadha's political instincts didn't come from a traditional background. Back in 2012, he was a 24-year-old chartered accountant analyzing international audits after studying at the London School of Economics. But back in India, the Anna Hazare anti-corruption movement was paralyzing Delhi. The protest needed professionals who actually understood how to draft strict legal frameworks. Chadha packed his bags and returned home. He put his accounting background to use by helping draft the complex Lokpal bill. His sheer technical competence earned the deep trust of Arvind Kejriwal, who pulled the young accountant into his inner circle. Chadha evolved into the Aam Aadmi Party's premier strategist. He quietly architected their campaigns, and when the party secured a landslide victory in the 2022 Punjab elections, he was rewarded with a Rajya Sabha seat at just 33 years old. He didn't climb the ranks through decades of grassroots shouting. He secured his position entirely by delivering the electoral numbers and seats required to fuel the party's national expansion. Once in parliament, a strange contradiction emerged. Chadha is highly affluent, jokingly calling himself the poor son of a rich father and poor husband of a rich wife. Yet he decided to become the legislative attack dog for the working class. His personal life is saturated in privilege. He was raised in a wealthy Delhi business family, and his marriage to Bollywood actress Pariniti Chopra became a national media event. Their wedding at the multi-story white and yellow Leela Palace in Udaipur was a high-profile media spectacle. His daily routine exists in a totally different stratosphere from the average Indian citizen. This bar chart visualizes exactly what he chose to fight. That towering column represents the 1,000 crore rupees banks extract every year through minimum balance penalties. Chadha pointed out that this money is squeezed directly from the accounts of daily wage earners and pensioners already living in poverty. He applied that same logic to national infrastructure. He demanded to know the justification for paying a toll tax while sitting in a traffic jam on a broken highway, especially when the driver has already paid vehicle GST, excise duties, and an infrastructure cess. He went after the healthcare sector next. He aggressively lobbied the government to remove the GST placed on essential medical insurance and pushed for India to elevate its public health standards to match global GDP standards. By systematically breaking down these granular, frustrating financial burdens, he built a significant independent following. People listened to him because he was talking about their wallets, not the party's talking points. But in Indian politics, outshining your party's official agenda is dangerous. As his consumer-focused speeches racked up millions of views, his brand began to detach from the Aam Aadmi Party's core messaging. The breaking point arrived when Arvind Kejriwal faced severe corruption charges and was sent to jail. While the rest of the party rallied in defense of their leader, Chadha remained conspicuously quiet, focusing heavily on his own policy clips instead of political defense. The party retaliated quickly. Frustrated by his lack of participation in their partisan attacks, AAP leadership stripped Chadha of his role as deputy leader in the Rajya Sabha and reportedly ordered him to stop speaking on the parliament floor. The young strategist is now isolated. He tried to operate as a data-driven problem solver inside an ecosystem that values absolute vocal allegiance above all else. It leaves us with a stark reality about the current state of governance. If a politician actually uses their platform to fix the taxpayers' daily problems, does the political machine reward them, or does it simply shut their microphone off?